Hello everyone. Yesterday, why did auto stocks rally? What's the update on India-US trade deal negotiations? What happened in US market last night and FII turned buyers now? All of that we are going to discuss in this pre-market report video for today, 17th September 2025 for the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. First of all, yesterday Nifty had the breakout above the August month high. This was mainly due to optimism over the potential India-US trade improvements, and the recovery was led by auto stocks. Early morning, Nomura released a report regarding the electric vehicle market in India, projecting that it will increase to 9% by 2030 from present 2%. Then, in case of two-wheelers, they expect the market share to increase to 20% by 2030 from the current 5.8%. And in addition, they said because of the GST2 reform, Indian consumer market already started showing the signs of recovery. So their top stocks picks were M&M, Hyundai, TVS Motors and Ashok Leyland, which in turn made all those stocks to rally. Hence, if you see sector-wise, auto stocks were the major gainer, increased near 1.5%, where the others like realty, energy, media and IT increased close to 1%. On the other side, it just one major sector, FMCG, decreased marginally. Overall, yesterday, the advanced decline ratio for all the listed stocks was 9:5, meaning near twice the number of stocks increased than it decreased. Then about institution, surprisingly for the third session since 9th September, last penultimate Monday, FI was net buyers, but the net bought for marginal 300 crore rupees and DA net bought for 1500 crore rupees. So those were the quick things I like to highlight about yesterday's Indian market. Then moving to US market, we know at present although their market are increasing and reaching the all-time high value every day, there is still a sense of fear for recession and US economy slowdown among the general public as well as with the investors. But in direct contrast to that sentiment, yesterday the August month retail sales increased 0.6% month over month basis, whereas the core retail sales data even higher, it increased 0.7%, and in both cases it was way higher than what analysts were expecting. So this is a very good surprising macro data made the US market to open at record high. However, we know Fed interest rate decision is scheduled today, which in turn created the profit booking and turned the US market to close negative. In the end, Dow Jones decreased 0.27%, S&P 500 was down by 0.13% and Nasdaq decreased marginal 0.07%. For this mild negativity, VIX increased 4% and made it to move closer to 16.5 from around 15.5 Monday night. Here, the takeaway is, although US market was closed negative, I believe the momentum is not that bad. Then about oil, because of escalation between Russia, Ukraine and Israel, Gaza, oil price further increased to like 2%. At the time of this video, WTI crude trading at $64.5 per barrel and Brent crude trading at $68.5 per barrel. Regarding Indian ADR, all of them closed on an average 0.7% positive. However, yesterday Indian rupee appreciated against the dollar and the similar stock percentage increased in Indian market, which together made the arbitrage difference as somewhat negative. In line with both ADR and US market, early morning today, GIFT Nifty trimmed some and traded at 25,336. So equating that with the spot market, for now it's indicating the flat opening with some negative bias. So those were the things happened on the dollar market last night. Now let's move to the new India related info. I know nowadays I keep bringing up Trump every day. It's frustrating for me too. But what to do? I believe he is influencing the market. So I have got no option but to mention him. Anyway, about the yesterday's India-US trade talk, last night Trump said that the trade discussion with India were positive and forward-looking. Whereas from India's side, our Commerce Ministry didn't give any details, but they said that both the sides were intensifying the efforts to reach an early conclusion for the mutual beneficial trade agreement. So in short, it's a progress but no details like what India is going to do with the agricultural sector or regarding the Russian oil purchases. Then stock wise, in the SEBI filing, Bharat Electronics made an announcement that they backed the order worth for 700 crore rupees and analysts are speculating it for the IT infrastructure or cryptocurrency related project. Either way, we could expect BEL will be on focus today. Second, yesterday Ministry of Mines said that Coal India is the preferred bidder for the rare earth element exploration in some identified place in India. This is positive for the stock as its new business opportunities and license deed execution expect to be within 1 year. So Coal India also will be on focus. Finally, Apollo Tyres made an announcement that they are the lead sponsor for the Indian cricket team and for 3 years they bid 579 crore rupees. Previously Dream 11 had about 358 crore rupees deal, but because of Indian government banning the gaming app, so hence that deal became void. So we could say Apollo Tyres will be on focus today. As a summary, US market closed flat to negative, Indian ADR and GIFT Nifty all indicating the same as all kind of waiting for the tonight Fed interest decision. So on the Indian market, we could expect that related profit booking or short covering. Then moving to participant price open interest analysis, we know yesterday was the weekly expiry, so 48% of the call options and 40% of the put options were either unwound or expired. Based on the remaining open interest, after a very long time like 2 months, for the first time I observed that proprietary traders do not hold a net bearish position. In fact, at the end of yesterday, they were net positive by 1.3% of their open interest. Whereas the other two participants are as usual, client having net 11% open interest favoring bullish position, and on the other hand FII stayed net bearish with 11% short open interest. Then moving to the index future, proprietary traders and client holding 52% and 71% of their open interest respectively on the long side. On the other hand, FII holding 88% of their open interest position on the short side. So overall, in short, proprietary traders neutral, FII betting the market to go down, client betting the market to go up. Then as per stock open interest, Torrent Power, AU Small Finance Bank, Max Health, KPIT Tech, Nuvama and MCX are some of the 41 stocks that got an increase in open interest along with a negative close indicating the short build-up. On the other hand, Suzlon, Havels, Maruti, Blue Star, Tata Elxsi and Amber Industries are some of the 88 stocks that got an increase in open interest with a positive price close, which means these stocks got the long build-up. About the things to look out, during our market time in the afternoon, August month UK and Europe inflation is due. Then in the night for US, very important from the macro perspective, US interest rate decision is due to release, and as we discussed, whole global stock market prices are already adjusted, so potential short covering or profit booking could happen. In addition, building permits and crude oil inventories are some of the things we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, Nifty opened flat, however it increased throughout the session and closed above 25,200 mark. Thus on the daily chart, Nifty formed a long bullish candle by negating the lower high lower low formation, and also it had the double bottom breakout, all indicating the potential further optimism. In addition, it also sustained above all key moving averages and moved closer to the Bollinger's upper band. Furthermore, RSI moved above its previous swing high and MACD also maintained the strong bullish crossover, hence all confirming the continuation of uptrend. So in short term, the trend is likely to remain strong with potential upside towards 25,500 and beyond. On the downside, support is at 25,000 and a break below this level could signal the end of the current rally. In case of Bank Nifty, it opened 100 points gap down, but immediately it started to increase throughout the session, then closed at around 55,150. Thus on the daily chart, Bank Nifty also formed a strong bullish candle. And finally, it reclaimed 50-day exponential moving average. So Bank Nifty is now trading above all key moving averages as well as above the Bollinger Band middle line. RSI jumped to 55 while MACD also sustained its bullish crossover. Hence, 55,500 to 55,600 zone will act as the immediate resistance, while 54,800 to 54,700 zone will act as the crucial support. On the options front, the maximum call option open was at 26,000 strike, followed by 25,200 and 25,500, with maximum new call option rating at 26,000, 25,200 and 25,300 strike. On the put side, the maximum open was at 25,200 strike, followed by 25,000 and 25,100, with maximum new put option rating at the same levels. Thus, from options data, the next potential target for Nifty is at 26,000 level with key support in 25,200 to 25,000 zone. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video so that it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investigation based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.